Welcome to Sun City News. I'm your host, Norma Taylor. We're covering these stories for you this week. We bring you some important community association news. A moving ceremony was held remembering 9/11 at Sun City Town Square. Reporter Chris Chase discovered the best sellers at the Sun City biggest sale of the year. Those stories and more are coming up. Sun City News starts now.
From our studios in Pinckney Hall, this is Sun City News with Norma Taylor. Entertainment news with Randy Selman. Sports with Doug Wright. And the entire Sun City News team covering your community and the South Carolina Low Country.
Many residents have complained about the noise coming from the firewood processing center next to the north side of the community. Pulte has been working for months trying to coax the owner into selling the property. The parcel, which is bordered on 3 sides by Sun City, was recently in the news when it caught fire. However, this is not the Able Recycling Center property, which has been in the news recently. The purchase of the property will require an annexation of the 10-acre parcel into Sun City and the city of Hardeeville. Pulte will build homes on the property, which will become a part of Sun City Hilton Head. Pulte is excited to be able to acquire this commercial site and change it into a harmonious residential area for existing and future residents. Additionally, the acquisition will allow Pulte the opportunity to clean up the parcel to meet the Del Webb and Sun City standards. Pulte is currently in meetings with the town to update the master plan and incorporate the parcel into the community. The new Managed Neighborhoods webpage debuts on the community website on Monday, September 23rd. Log into suncityhiltonhead.org. Click the Your Neighbors page and select Managed Neighborhoods. Residents who live in a managed neighborhood will find essential documents, monthly updates, landscaping schedules and programs, the number for the Managed Neighborhoods buzz line, and much more. The new gate access control system requires golf cart and motorcycle drivers to use the center of the lane to activate the arm. Previously, drivers of these vehicles would often bear to the right of the lane. However, this practice will not activate the magnetic sensor in the center of the outbound lane or the tag reader in the inbound lane. Now, the deadline to turn in applications for a neighborhood representative or alternate neighborhood representative seat in this year's community election is 5 p.m. on Friday, September 27th. Packets can be dropped off at Palmetto Commons. Election packets are available at Palmetto Commons and online at suncityhiltonhead.org. The deadline to make changes for inclusion in the printed 2020 resident directory is Friday, September 27th. Make sure you renew your online resident directory listing and make your profile to be included in the printed 2020 resident directory. For more instructions, visit the FAQ page of suncityhiltonhead.org. The October issue of Sensations will be available to read online at suncityhiltonhead.org on Wednesday, September 25th. A hard copy of the magazine will be delivered to your mailbox soon. The Government and Business Affairs Committee will host Beaufort County School Superintendent Frank Rodriguez at 3 p.m. on October 4th at the Lake House Ballroom. Frank will discuss the Beaufort County School referendum. All residents are invited to attend. For more information about these events and other community activities, check your email inbox for eNews Weekly or log on to suncityhiltonhead.org. The Community Association has made it easier than ever to stay informed about the major capital projects happening in Sun City Hilton Head. The Projects in Progress webpage is now available on www.suncityhiltonhead.org under Membership Announcements. You can also navigate to this page and the Association at Work flyer by clicking the yellow image at the bottom of eNews Weekly.
Recently, in the early morning of 9/11, about 25 residents gathered to honor lives that had ended and all our lives that had been changed forever. Remembrances were shared, tears were shed, the flag was honored, some were praying, and soon the hour had evolved into a touching and honoring tribute with moving emotion as personal accounts of that day 18 years ago were shared. We must never forget.
My husband was a captain in the fire department. Thank God he was safe that day, but he lost well over 100 friends, and people lost their brothers, sisters, husbands, wives. It was a tragic day for all, and we would just like to never forget that day. It's just something we all need to reflect on and remember. And please keep all of those who lost their lives in your hearts and never forget what happened.
Reporter Chris Chase talked with residents while they enjoyed the annual parking lot sale.
Here we are in Sun City on such a beautiful, what's going on right now?
One of our largest events today of the entire year, our annual parking lot sale that we've been doing for years, and we're just happy to continue it.
Now this must take a lot of work. What does it take to put this together?
Oh goodness, months of preparation goes into this with numerous different departments, Securitas, safety and service, facilities, lifestyles. So it's a lot of team effort.
We'll tell you what, there's a lot of vendors here.
We have 240 tables that residents were able to purchase, so a lot of good stuff here.
Let's go shopping.
Let's do it.
So how are you enjoying the parking lot sale? Looks like fishing poles.
Fishing poles, baskets, big fish. We've got a little of everything here, from golf and tennis, anything you want, it's all right here.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Now, Penny, what are you finding today?
Oh, this is my first time here, and I absolutely love it. I'm about to stop it. I've got too much of it. I've got to pick up on the way back. I can't carry everything, but I found a big jewelry box, a purse, a leather bag, and I'm only halfway through. I wish I would have brought a wheelbarrow. That would be my recommendation. Bring a wheelbarrow.
Stephen, how are you enjoying the parking lot?
Oh, we love it. We come every year. My wife finds trinkets that we don't need, and she made sure she had plenty of cash this morning, and I just follow along.
Well, that's the way they like it. Now, what's this little button you got?
Oh, this is for the play, Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. That'll be next weekend, Friday, Saturday, and the following weekend, Friday, Saturday, then a matinee on Sunday.
Are you in Dirty Rotten?
I'm an ensemble. I do some singing, a little bit of foot fellowship, commonly known as dancing, and I got a few characters that I play. But it is a cool, funny play. And there's some neat people in there. I tell you, there's some talented people around here in Sun City.
Oh, that's a trick. We're going to go see it.
Okay, I like it.
Now, let's find your wife. Save you some money.
Okay.
Well, the bargains were plenty today. This is Chris Chase for Sun City TV News.
Coming up on Sun City News, Joe Fregale, chairman of the election subcommittee under GBAC, returns to our studio with election details. And the ever-popular Buckeye Breakfast was held to benefit the Independence Fund. We'll be right back after these messages. Reporter Judy Lampe gets all your election questions answered.
Welcome back, Joe, to Sun City News.
Thank you, Jude. It's very good to be back.
And you're going to give us some more election information.
We certainly are.
What position is open in the upcoming election?
Okay. For the Board of Directors, it's a resident board position. And it's a three-year term, and the election will be for one person for the board. But also there's a neighborhood rep election too, which we won't talk about in detail today, but that's at the same time.
Okay. The deadline to register to vote.
The deadline was September 23rd. You have to be a registered resident of Sun City in order to be able to vote. And we've passed that date, so whoever's been registered by then will be able to cast their vote. And it's one vote per household, per rooftop.
I don't think a lot of people know that.
No, a lot of people think that each person, whoever lives in a household, can do that, but it's really one per household.
And how do you vote?
You can vote two different ways. Nordis will do the tallying, the company that we worked with before, and they will email twice to residents in Sun City to make sure the email is correct and valid. And if they don't get if they get a response back that it's not working, they'll send a paper ballot. So as of November 5th, when you can vote electronically, you can vote from any computer, anywhere, wherever you are. They will send you a password and an ID, and then you can vote, or they will send you a paper ballot and you can vote with that. But the paper ballot has to be postmarked by October 31st or turned into Palmetto Commons by 5 o'clock.
You know, it's really good to know because so many people are gone from the community
Yes.
from time to time, so they can vote electronically.
And there's also, we're going to set up 2 kiosks, one at the Lake House and one at Pinckney, where you can also come in to vote. You'll be able to vote November 5th from 9 to 5, November 6th from 9 to 8, and November 7th from 9 to 5. So you also have that opportunity to do that.
And do we need a certain number of votes cast?
We need 20% of the community to vote in the elections, even the neighborhood rep elections. Otherwise, we have to do it all over again with the expense and all the things that we have to do for that. So it's important to vote. Whether we have 1 candidate or 2 candidates, you need to vote, even if we're just 1 candidate.
And
So-
thank you to you and all of the all of your team that worked so hard on getting all these voting regulations updated from year to year. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Good to be back.
Reporter Georgia Lash fills us in on the social, charitable, and delicious details of the annual Buckeye Breakfast.
I'm here with the busiest woman today, Nancy Giuliano, who has organized this pancake breakfast, and not just for the first time.
This is my 3rd year doing it. Yes, it is.
Now, Nancy, you do so much by yourself, I'm sure, but can you sort of give us an idea how many volunteers and volunteer hours went into this pancake breakfast?
Well, I couldn't do it without the volunteers. I usually have between 20 and 30 people that volunteer to do all the stations, set up and break down. They're a great group of people. I start planning this auction about 4 months, the pancake breakfast 4 months ago. So it takes quite a while to get everything together.
It's always nice to hear the effort that we all put into these things. Now, tell us about the charity, because all this hard work is for a reason.
All this money goes to the Independence Fund for the severely wounded veterans. Their mission is to help these wounded veterans be mobile and to continue their life as well as they can. They have all kinds of different vehicles, terrain vehicles, that they can continue their sports in. They have adaptive sports programs. One of the main things they have is the caregiver program. They work with the caregivers who have one of the hardest missions going to help them. And they also do counseling as they feel the VA is insufficient in counseling for the veterans.
I am here with David Lash. David, it is a wonderful time to be here today. How many years have you done this pancake fundraiser?
We've been doing this for 5 years. This is our 5th year.
Okay, 5 long years,
Yes,
but
yes,
so
but
much
it's
money. Now, to do this, you've got so many members. How many members are now in Buckeye Group?
We're a little under 500 members. Yeah, we're one of the largest social groups on campus.
That's great. I can see why. Now, we have a fortune teller here today, and that's not you.
No.
But I'm going to ask you to do a little prediction. How much do you think you're going to put on that check today?
Well, we're hoping for over 6,000. We've had that much in the years past, so when you figure that we raise anywhere from 5,000 to 6,000 in 4 hours, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So we're hoping for over 6,000.
And we're going to hope right there with you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks to the Buckeye Group, there is nothing like a warm stack of pancakes served with the side of doing good for a worthy cause.
Still much more to come on Sun City News. Entertainment reporter Randy Selman tells us about upcoming events. Plus, Lindsay Blackman gives updates on lifestyles happenings. Reporter Georgia Lash attended a neighborhood social and came away with a new understanding of neighborhood organizations. And coming up, Doug Wright reports on another Sun City sports triumph. We'll return after some messages from our sponsors. Well, it's time for entertainment. So Randy, give us some insight into what's happening in the world of entertainment.
Well, Norma, there's so much happening here, I don't know where to start. Whoever said time flies when you're having fun must have lived in Sun City. Here are some events to keep those clocks ticking. Join your friends and neighbors at the annual Chartered Club Fair on Saturday, October 5th at Picnic Hall and the Pavilion. Take some time to speak with members of the many diverse clubs here at Sun City. This is an easy way to renew your membership to the favorite clubs or take the opportunity to sign up for a new club you have always wanted to try. The fair is open from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. On Friday, October 11th in Magnolia Hall, 14-year-old virtuoso violinist Isla Shepherd will perform works from Bach, Beethoven, Bloch, and Tartini with her outstanding pianist Chi Hang Si. This year, Iris has won prizes at several important competitions and soloed with 2 orchestras. This 7 p.m. concert is free, and it's open to all Sun City residents and their friends. Gail Biwar headlines October's Funny Business in Picnic Hall. Gail's show is magical, funny, innovative, and bizarre. He has spent many years presenting his fresh, fast-paced magic and comedy act from coast to coast. His shows are slated to begin at 5:30 and 8 p.m. Tickets are $13 for this October 16th performance. I'm Randy Selman, and that's your entertainment report. Remember, life is entertaining, so don't miss the show.
And now let's go to Lindsay Blackmans with a preview of some upcoming lifestyles events.
Thank you, Norma. We have Wind Down Wednesday joining us again this fall over at Argent Cafe. Make sure you join us September 25th and October 9th over in Argent Cafe for some live music, and drinks will be available for purchase. Please, no outside beverages.
We're all very familiar with our Sun City neighborhoods, but did you know that each of our neighborhoods is part of a district? For those of you unfamiliar with that, our reporter Georgia Lash learned about this concept at a Sun City District 7 social event.
With me is Wayne Porter. Wayne, you are the District 7 representative.
Yes.
Okay, my first question to you. For our viewing audience, what is the Sun City District concept? If you'd please explain that to us.
Sure. If you think about it, there's 56 neighborhoods right now, and I don't know, 8,000 plus homes. So that's a large group to try to consolidate with people, and each neighborhood has 2 representatives, so it's a lot of people to try to get anything done. So by dividing it into districts, you get smaller groups that are able to share concerns, talk about issues, and to air out anything that they might need, or if they're new people, get them trained.
If we have anybody to thank for this night's event, it's Chris Chase. You've organized this.
Yes, I did.
Now, is this the first District 7 event?
Ever, yes, it is, and it's been a ball to do. What happened was we had all the social chairs together, and because it's North Side, there's a lot of new neighborhoods.
Okay.
And because they have a lot of new neighborhoods, some of them are very small, so they have a hard time getting together. So I decided, let's have a concrete and cocktail for the whole district, and everybody can meet everybody. Everybody's different. They come from all over.
I don't think we can ever say anything bad about another chance to get together to have fun in our neighborhoods.
Absolutely not.
Thank you for letting us come.
Thanks for coming.
Well, it's time for sports. And Doug, this sounds like a really important week for sports. So I hope you have photos and videos of everybody that was concerned.
Well, Norman, as you know, we get all the winners and hot shots. The hits just keep on coming. 2 weeks ago, we reported on the successful efforts of our wonderful swimmers at the annual Growler Swim Meet. This week, we bring you news of yet another state championship for our athletes, as the age 65 and over 6.0 rated Sun City Tennis Association team garnered the championship held in Florence, South Carolina. We spoke to the team co-captains and several of the team members to get the story.
We're here with Frank Frankel, Diane Grazier, who are the team co-captains. We have Rick Taylor, Helen Mahoney, Cindy Good, Bob Quigley, Ruth Brown, Tony Valenstein, and Jerry Marvin, all integral parts of the team that won the state championship. Well, Frank, you say you've had some of the same players for several years. How do they get picked?
Well, really, I had a lot of help from Diane in putting the women's side together. Okay, the guys I have played with, and we just always play together.
And what is your tennis background, so to speak? And before Sun City, where did you get started, and how long you been playing?
Well, I actually got started in 2001. I came down here and took lessons at the Vandermeer Tennis Center and continued on from there. Moved into Sun City in 2002 and have been playing ever since.
Same question, Diane. How long you been playing, and how'd you get started?
I've been playing for 10 years. I started playing when I moved here to Sun City. I was 60 years old when I started playing.
You're never too old.
That's right.
Well, thanks so much, and again, congratulations on a stirring victory.
Next week, we'll visit the new Women's Table Tennis League and also tell you about a fantastic outing held by the Sun City Croquet Club. Now, please put those electronics down and, like the great athletes on which we report, get that body in motion. Doug Wright, Sun City Sports.
Thanks for watching our show this week. We invite you to check out Sun City TV's weekly program schedule in Sensations magazine. And now check highlights and alerts on Twitter at Sun City TV HHI. Also, email us at suncitytvhh@gmail.com. Now, to see extended coverage of your favorite news segments, tune into Extra. Check the current Sensations magazine for daily times. And make sure you tune in next week to find out all the news that's happening in our community. In the meantime, I hope your week is full of only good news. For Sun City News, I'm Norma Taylor, and I'll see you next week.